Well. Ladies and gentlemen, never ever disrespect Fabrizio Romano, never doubt him. As I said, you don't talk to any internal people, he talks to agents, man, and this whole Cucurella drama. Even Athletic were trying to scare people by saying it's not happening, but here we are.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Lots to go through once again. Big news in regards to the development of Marc Cucurella, and obviously there's conversations in regards to Azpilicueta. He's confirmed to stay for 2 more seasons. Lots going on. Let's get straight into this. The whole Cucurella situation. I was obviously got the here we go. We got the here we go yesterday from Fabrizio Romano, and from there I was elated. But then after that, all these dramas started happening. Brighton coming up with a statement. I got a little bit worried, but as soon as Fabrizio was going mad in social media, like literally replying to people, we'll see who's lying. I got a lot of comfort from that, knowing that this is probably going to happen. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the latest that is in regards to Cucurella at the moment. After medical completed, so we'll talk about how the day transpired, but this is the latest. After medical completed, Chelsea and Brighton set to sign documents for Marc Cucurella deal. Chelsea will pay 55 million fixed fee plus 7 million add-ons. Now you may think, wow, that's a lot of money. I'll tell you why that's probably a lot of money is because of this second bit of news. Levi Colwill will join Brighton on loan until June 2023. So it's not a buy. There's no buyback clause. It's a loan. So I think we've had to pay a bit of a premium in order to get that loan. Just giving them some bit of hurt money, I suppose, and allowing them to be comfortable for 1 more season with having Levi Colwill there. And then they should have enough time from now till start of next season to find a replacement with 55 plus 7 million. Like, that's lost. 62 million pounds for Cucurella is probably a lot of money. Probably, I'm not going to lie, that is probably a lot of money. But I can understand why this has happened, because we got away with not selling Levi Colwill. We seem to believe in his, talent. We seem to believe in his potential, which is great to see. And it's once again testament to all the people at times that say, "Oh, Thomas Tuchel doesn't, care about the academy." I think he cares a lot more than we actually think. He's a player, Levi Colwill, that we've all have high expectation. We all think he's going to be a superstar, and this is perfect case scenario. I wanted him to go on a loan, and he gets that loan. Brighton is a superb place for a loan. So look, this is great. And Fabrizio ends the tweet by saying, expect it to be official this week. I'm hoping it's official by tomorrow, but this is done. However, the day wasn't as clear as crystal, as we say. It started off with a bit of funniness, with Athletic coming out and saying nothing is confirmed. Brighton are not looking to sell Cucurella. But Mr. Fabrizio Romano, this is what he tweeted maybe 2-3 hours ago, stating that exclusive, Marc Cucurella is in London as expected since yesterday, and he's now currently undergoing medical tests with Chelsea. It's the final step, then waiting for document to be signed between the clubs, then joining Chelsea. Here we go, confirmed. Athletic was saying one thing, Fabrizio Romano was saying the other thing, and it goes with what he said yesterday as well, that medical was booked in. And I think Secret Scout was saying, he's chilling in Spain, for his holiday. But clearly he wasn't just chilling. He's in London doing his medical test. And then Fabrizio very recently, just before the latest one that came out, said, medical test successfully completed for Marc Cucurella in London. Now time to check and sign documents. Here we go again. How many times we got here we go for Marc Cucurella? I've lost count. Levi Colwill will join Brighton on loan as expected. So, look, this situation is done and dusted. Look at this. This particular person said, I pray you ain't lying. If so, then you need to deactivate your account. And Fabrizio said, keep praying. So he's been very, very confident. Look, I'm very happy with this scenario. The fact that we're not having to sell Levi Colwill. Obviously, the premium, probably a bit too much for Marc Cucurella, but it's understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about this scenario. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic, and I can't wait to see the official announcement from Chelsea, official page. I think it's going to be a proper celebration one more time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to. Okay, just before we go on to the next topic, here's just a little bit about Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill has not been given an official squad number as he will leave Chelsea to join Brighton. Part of the Cucurella deal, possible loan, but it's a matter of deal details. He'll join Brighton, so we already know he has joined Brighton on a loan for one season. Ampadu, Kenedy, Gilmour, Barkley and Batshuayi have all not been given numbers. Now, I'm okay, 100% okay with Barkley and Batshuayi. The fact that, and Kenedy as well. To an extent, I suppose I kind of felt that Gilmour was going to go on a loan. We'll see whether it's a loan or it's a permanent. I hope it's a loan because I feel like Gilmour is another player that has a future in Chelsea Football Club. Ampadu is the one that I'm a little bit sad about. I really wanted this guy to make it as a Chelsea player. I thought there's definite opportunities for him in midfield as a DM, maybe in a back three as well, versatility all over the place. But the fact that he doesn't have a squad number, and the season's just about to start, just tells you where the situation is for Ampadu. He's going to be sold. He's going to be sold, and that's the way it's looking like. Okay. This is the next big topic we need to talk about. I want to elaborate on this and I want to discuss with you guys in a very calm manner. No insults needed, no aggressive nature needed. I'll present to you my case and you let me know how you feel about it. First of all, this is the news. Official confirmed. Cesar Azpilicueta signs new contract with Chelsea, 2-year deal valid until June 2024. Thomas Tuchel and Todd Boehly met with Azpilicueta many times in order to keep the captain at the club. We'll touch on that. So, Alonso news later on. I was fully thinking that Azpilicueta was going to move on to Barcelona, and Barcelona were looking to get him as well. There was a good contract for him to see, I think, 2 more years with an option for a further 1 year. So I thought this was going to happen, and I thought that's probably one of the big reasons that we're going for Wesley Fofana as well. My thought process around this whole situation is, look, I understand why Thomas Tuchel wants Azpi to stick around. I get that. It's for experience, it's for leadership. So I completely understand from that perspective. However, we can't sit here and say majority of us believed that Azpi's time at Chelsea Football Club was over. Most of us said at the end of last season that thank you, Azpilicueta, you're a captain, leader, legend of the football club, but you need to move on. He was making mistakes in RCB positions last season as well. There were times earlier on in the season, there were times where he was minimum giving us at least 7 to 8 out of 10 performances every match. But as the season progressed, we saw his lungs were giving up. He couldn't last after the 50th, 60th minute. He couldn't go for those bursts of runs. Quicker players were getting the advantage of him. And when we used to see him playing in the right wing-back position, yeah, there were times where he did okay. But then there were times where he didn't have the legs to bomb backwards off the ball in transition. So we can't sit here and say that, wow, this is great. Let's, all forget about everything that we thought about and now jump on the bandwagon. As I said, I understand it, but I don't think this was the right decision. But nonetheless, it's Thomas Tuchel's team, so happy for you to keep him. No problems. I want to hear how you feel. The other factor that I'm thinking now is with Azpi staying, I mean, surely he's not going to be a bench warmer. Like the way Thomas Tuchel wants this guy, as now, he's going to stick around for a further 2 years, and the way Todd Boehly also wanted him to stay, I don't think he's a bench warmer. So he potentially may not start every game, which I understand, but where is he going to feature? Is he an RCB or is he right wing back? Are we keeping him as a right wing back option, thinking that maybe we're not going to go for anyone in the right wing back? You still have Ruben Loftus-Cheek possibly playing bits and pieces over there. But if he's right wing back option for Reece James at times, we've been through this, man. We said we need quality backup in every position, and I don't know whether he's really kind of have to be a right wing back. So that's my opinion on right wing back. You let me know how you feel about the right wing back. If he is RCB, considering we've got now Cucurella as an option in LCB, obviously Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, there's Chalobah. There's Chalobah also on the right side as well. Koulibaly can play in the middle. Azpilicueta, Reece James sometimes can feature in RCB position, which we've seen Thomas Tuchel utilising him in that. Thomas Tuchel has also said that there could be times where Reece James could be utilised as RCB because his body composition doesn't allow him to play week in, week out in wing-back position. So with all of these centre-backs, where does Wesley Fofana now sort of come into it? Now, we can sort of think about that Wesley Fofana is not just for now, it's one for the future as well, because players like Thiago Silva maybe not going to stick around. Azpilicueta only 2 years, maybe next year we could possibly look to let him go. We've extended it to 2 years, not necessarily to keep him for 2 years, but maybe have some sort of market value at the end of this particular season, which is fine. In that perspective, I can understand that we want to secure a player like Wesley Fofana for down the track. But we bring in Wesley Fofana into this whole mix as well. 3 spots, you're potentially going to have Koulibaly, Silva, and either or of Chalobah, Azpi, or Wesley Fofana. Surely you're not going to be able to accommodate all of these players on a regular, minutes basis. So I don't know. Is spending 70 million apparently? Well, our first bid for 60 million was rejected, or 65 million was rejected for Fofana. You're looking at about 75, 80 million. Is it wise? That's all I'm saying. Is it wise to spend that amount of money, or is it more wise to now focus on forwards? I was more keen to look at the Wesley Fofana situation, thinking Azpilicueta wasn't going to stick around. But maybe Azpi's not the RCB backup. Maybe he's the backup for right wing back. But I don't like that. I don't like right wing back as an option for Azpilicueta. If, God forbid, something happens to Reece James, are we stuck with Azpilicueta again for a full, whatever the length of the time of the injury, maybe for Reece James? And Reece James, over the past few seasons, and showcased, he's incapable of finishing the whole season. Now, maybe he's gotten over it. Maybe this season he will showcase that he is going to be able to stay fit. But the issue is, if he isn't, you're stuck with Azpilicueta. You're stuck with Azpilicueta. And I don't know if that's the best case scenario. So, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. The whole Azpilicueta situation, as I said, I understand it. But that's not the option I would have taken. How you feel about it? Where would he play? Wesley Fofana, if he comes in, is there minutes for every single one of them? I get it, there's 5 subs. I know we play a lot of games, but we're not going to be rotating that often in the back line, knowing that Marc Cucurella can also fill in as LCB. So you could potentially have Koulibaly on the right side or in the middle as well. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just my feelings around the whole situation. Let's move on to the next one. Barcelona want Marcos Alonso as soon as possible. Talks ongoing on club side to find way with Chelsea. Alonso's priority target since May and already agreed personal terms with Barca months ago. So he's already agreed personal terms with Barcelona. And I think now the fact that Marc Cucurella is going to be a Chelsea player, it's time. It's time Alonso moves on. And don't forget, we still have Emerson as well. So, what is the situation there? So don't forget, there are other players that still needs to have a decision on there. And Emerson in the preseason has played as a LCB. So there's another one for there. Alonso hopes to Chelsea to leave this summer due to personal reasons. Look, he now needs to move on. There is no spot anymore. With Marc Cucurella coming in, I think Marc Cucurella probably will start off from the wing-back position until Chilwell sort of gets eased into it. And once Chilwell does get eased into it, we probably may see Cucurella as LCB, and then you can probably see Koulibaly play in the middle or maybe in the right side. I'm probably going to give Thiago Silva a bit of time to have a breather every now and then. Understand, Chelsea are set to make a new bid of 70 million for Wesley Fofana imminently. This is from Bobby Vincent from Football London, who is very close to this particular story and seems to be getting a lot of these things right. So I want to look out for with Bobby Vincent following this particular transfer story. Comes after Brendan Rodgers said earlier, Leicester are looking to selling some of their assets. So they're already in negotiations with, I think, Newcastle in regards to Maddison. Kasper Schmeichel's already gone for £1 million for Kasper Schmeichel. I mean, we're looking to let go of Kepa, Schmeichel for 1 million. I think it would have been a decent business. Could have given Mendy a really good push for his money. But going back for 70 million on Wesley Fofana, I still don't think is going to cut it. Are we going to include Callum Hudson-Odoi? We'll see. Just for me, that's a lot of money. Now, look, if we've got the budget to do so, so be it. I understand with Wesley Fofana, maybe we're trying to secure the future. That's what we've been doing with players like Chukwuemeka, with Gabriel Slolina, with Omari Hutchinson. So I get it. Wesley Fofana, 21 years old, with players like Thiago Silva and definitely Thiago Silva moving on. I don't know whether how long he's going to stick around, and then obviously Azpi as well in the near end of his career. It's probably trying to secure the future with the top talent. But you let me know how you feel about the fee, man. It just seems to be quite outrageous. Breaking: Todd Boehly is prepared to commit spending up to an astonishing 300 million as Chelsea bid for Wesley Fofana, talks with Aubameyang, and more immediately hijacking De Jong. And this is probably why we are also going for Wesley Fofana with that amount of transfer money. It's probably because we have a budget of 300 million, which is crazy. I'll be keen to see how we transform this, because obviously we won't be able to do all of this in one go. Give Thomas Tuchel his team. So in the future windows, we'll have to keep adding on. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now it's 300 million, apparently, supposedly. It looks like it is probably that. The way we may net it out by letting go of some of the players will be interesting to see. But down the track, maybe the budget won't be as much. And it makes sense, because if we do all the damage now, down the track we may only get one or two players just to sort of keep the squad fresh. So that's great news. From that perspective, maybe that's why we are still pushing for Wesley Fofana and then just securing the future. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, check this out from Antonio Conte when asked. Conte on competing with Liverpool FC and City. I think you forgot Chelsea. This is a big mistake. You are talking about a team who 2 seasons ago won the Champions League. Why is Chelsea not in this group of top teams? For me, Chelsea are in this group. This is from Vaishali Bhardwaj, who was talking to Antonio Conte, I believe, might have been the press conference. We're in the mix. There's no doubt about it. Like Sterling, Koulibaly, Cucurella. We're possibly going to bring in Wesley Fofana, Frankie de Jong, Aubameyang. It's not about just Liverpool, Man City, and Tottenham. No. I think with that, if we're able to get all of those business, we have to be pushing Liverpool and City. There's no two ways about it. The top 4 is a given, but you've got to be pushing those two and mount a bit of a challenge. So that's just my thought on this whole matter. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you have. I'm really close to 15,000 subscribers, so let's get there. It's been an epic movement from 14,000 to 15,000. It's been unbelievable. And yeah, let me know about everything we've talked about. Marc Cucurella should be Chelsea player very, very soon. The Azpilicueta debate, I want to hear from you. The Azpi, Wesley Fofana, where does Azpi play? Would love to hear from you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, see ya.